everyone, it's Natalie with Crochet by NatalieLucille, and today I wanted to show you how easy it is to make a little hummingbird. Now I've glued him and I'm going to go back through with my X-Acto knife and kind of get all the little pieces of glue, but I haven't decided yet. My son thinks I should make this into a necklace. I thought about making another one for some earrings, but I may even make another one and have a necklace and earrings. And but this is really simple to make. Now I've glued the other side here, so it's still just kind of, you know, drying, but I've got little pieces, but I was too excited to wait to show you. But I want to show you how easy it is to make this sweet little hummingbird. I found this on Pinterest. The site itself, because this was in a graph, and I took the liberty to draw out the graph, but the site was in French, and then when I went to the site, it said it wasn't secure, so I went ahead and just copied the actual graph from Pinterest. And so it kind of have it make, you know, it looks like this. So if you go on Pinterest and type in, I want to say it was crochet hummingbird, that's one of the first things that comes up, so you can actually see the graph. But let's go ahead and crochet this together. What you'll want, I'm showing the example in worsted weight yarn, and just because this was too tiny to have to try and show. And what you'll want to do, because this is, I would want to say it's more of an intermediate level, that you're going to want to pause and crochet along. But crochet along with me. This little hummingbird honestly doesn't take but about 30 minutes to make. So thank you for watching and enjoy. Okay, so we'll go ahead and get started. This is the graph that I was able to make once I figured out how to work the rounds, how to work, like where I'm supposed to pick up. It was a challenge, to say the least, but I was able to work it out. So I'm going to use this graph as I'm doing the video, and I'm also using a regular worsted weight yarn because it was going to be too difficult to try and do a video with the thread. So I went ahead and chained 18, and we're going to go ahead and get started. So also, as you're working this with me as a crochet along, you're going to want to pause the video with each one. So it is a challenge, but honestly, when it's done, the hummingbird turns out so adorable. So now you're going to work in the back ridges, and just to let you know, when you come back on the other side, it's going to be tight. And let's work a single crochet. And then work another 14, so you'll have a total of 15 single crochets down this one edge. So I'm just going to work my single crochets. Go ahead and work yours, and I'll be back in just a second. Go ahead and pause your video to work the full 15. Okay, so I've got my 15 single crochets across, and you're going to be left with these basically 2 stitches. So in the next one, you're going to work 2 single crochets, if I can get it in the ridge. There's 1, 2, and then in the last stitch, you work 1 single crochet. And then now we're going to work down the other side. So kind of move your tail to the back so it's just not in the way. And then you're going to come down. This is on the opposite side. This is where you just made the 2 single crochets, and my tail is going to want to get in the way. So you just kind of try and get that to the back as best as possible. So this is 1 single crochet and 2 single crochets, just like that. And working down the side here, you're going to work 16 single crochets. So you can see the top of your stitches, that's exactly where you want to go in. So the next one, and remember it's going to be tight, so you don't want to fight your crochet hook going in, but you may want to. So that's 1, and you're going to make a total of 16. So I will come back, I'm just kidding, when I make the total of 16. Okay, so I've just completed going up one side and down the other. So now we're working on the tail. And this will consist of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 chains. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And you're going to come back to the body here and slip stitch. And then you're going to make the second one, which has, let me count, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 chains. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. And again, you're going to come right back into here and you're going to slip stitch. And then now you're ready for the next round. And this is also where you're going to make the back feathers as well. The back wings, I guess you could say. So you're coming up working on this ridge here, and you are going to work some single crochets, 11 total. So let's go ahead and do that. 1, 2, oops, sorry about that. 3, 4, and I'll come back on the 11th single crochet. So I finished my 11, and now, because there's the body, you can kind of see, we're going to work the wings, and now you're going to chain 14. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, and 14. And then I'll make sure it's not upside down. You're going to come into the top of this first chain here, and you're just going to come in and work a single crochet. Just like that. And you're going to make another wing with 14 chains, and you're going to do this part. You're going to have a total of 4 wings with 14 chains, and then on the last wing, you're going to make it with 18 chains. Okay, so I've made my last wing, it has the 18 chains, and all you're going to do is, let me make sure everything's kind of straight, you don't want anything twisted. You're just going to come into that first chain and work a single crochet, just like the rest of your wings. So you work a single crochet, and then you're just going to come down the wings, so to speak, and just evenly crochet 3 single crochets, just to kind of make your way back down. So I'm just going to go right into here. 1. Let's find another one here's another great spot. 2. And 3. So you're just kind of working your way back down. And now that we're back down on our hummingbird, you're going to come into this next stitch that you had because you made your wings. Now you've made your way back around, and you're going to work 2 single crochets. So you have 1. Oh, my wings want to get in the way. 1, and then 2. And then in the next stitch, half double crochet, so it's a yarn over, insert into the stitch, yarn over, pull up, yarn over through all 3. Then you're going to work in the next stitch a double crochet. And then in the next 3 stitches, you're going to work 2 double crochets in each. So here's your first stitch. So I'm going to work 2. So that's 1, 2. Go to your next one. 1 double crochet and 2 double crochet. One more time. There's 1 double crochet and 2 double crochets. Okay, so you're kind of working around the head right now. In the next space, you're going to work 3 stitches, 2 double crochets and a treble. So in this stitch here, let's work 2 doubles and then a treble. So that's 1 double, 2, and then the way that you work a treble is you yarn over twice, insert into that same stitch, pull up, and then you have 4 loops on your hook, yarn over through 2, yarn over through 2, and yarn over through 2. So now we're going to make the beak, and that's by chaining 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then coming back down this. In that second chain, you're going to slip stitch, and you're going to do it again. And then you're going to chain 2, 1, 2, and then at the end here, you're going to work a slip stitch in that first chain. So you've just finished your beak, and now we're going to continue working down the front side of the body. So in the next stitch, see, here's your treble. So in this stitch here, you're going to work 3 stitches again, but this time it's 1 double, 2 halves. So it's a double, and then 2 halves. One more time. So it looks like that. And then in the next stitch, you'll work a single crochet, skip the next, and in this stitch, work a slip stitch, skip the next, and in this one, a single crochet, and then do that again into the next stitch, single crochet, and then in the next 6 stitches, you're going to work half double crochets. So just into the next 1, go into the next 2, into the next 3, 4, 5, and 6. Next stitch, single crochet. And so you see how it's kind of taken its shape. So we're still working down the front side. Now skip the next stitch. In this here, work a slip stitch. So you're almost to the wing tail. So you've slip stitched, and now here's your first loop of the wingtail. You're going to slip stitch into that, and then work 4 single crochets inside this loop. So just insert into the loop. There's your first single crochet. There we go. Work 2, 3, 4, chain 2, 1, 2, 2 more single crochets into this first loop. So it looks like that. Now we're going to come over to our second loop here. 5 single crochets into this loop. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So it just automatically, it just works its way around. So here's your slip stitch that you worked earlier. So you're just going to slip stitch into it again. Maybe not. And then here's your first single crochet here, and you're going to work a total of 8 single crochets in each stitch. So come up to that one and you do 1 into the next, 2. Now we're working up the back side of the hummingbird. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. So that's the back side here. And now we've come to our wings. So you're going to make sure they're not twisted. There we go. Kind of open it up a little bit. And you're just going to work directly into it. So I'm just going to insert my hook so I don't twist it again. And you're going to work 3 single crochets. So 1, 2, and 3. Now you'll do a half double crochet, a double crochet, chain 2, double crochet. Oh, I said that really aggressively, didn't I? Double crochet. No. Now here's a half double crochet, and that is working our first little wing. So now kind of come to your second wing. It shouldn't twist on you, but just make sure it's nice and flat. And you're going to work a half double crochet right into it. Double crochet. Oops. 2 chains, 1, 2, double, and we're still working in that same loop. 1 double, and half. Come up to the next, there you are, wing, half, double, chain 2. The only wing that's going to be different is the very last one, but I thought I'd just go ahead and work this all at the same time. Half, second to last wing, same thing, half, double, chain 2, double, half. So it's half, double, if I can get it in there, yes, chain 2, 1, 2, double, and a half. And you're coming up to the very last wing, and you're going to start out just exactly the same. So it is a half, then a double, chain 2, double, and half. And this is the only time it's going to be different on this, and you kind of maneuver them a little bit. But on the rest of this wing, you're going to single crochet 14 times. And I cut my yarn earlier, and I'm hoping I have enough for this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, please be enough. I have just a tiny bit left. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Oh my gosh, I may have enough yarn. 14. I'll show you what it looks like here in just a second. I mean, that is it. I seriously, that was very interesting. And you can, let me show you what you can do here with this wing. So because you have a lot of the wing left, you're going to come down to the hummingbird here, and you're just going to work a slip stitch to close it all in. And just kind of pull it through. Oh my gosh, that really did work out. You can kind of stretch it because it was really tight in the end, and you don't want a lot of that extra wing to show. So I'm just kind of stretching it a little bit, but that essentially is your little hummingbird. Let me see if I can, so you can see it a little bit better. All of a sudden I thought, oh, that looks like a duck, but it's not. And when you're working with the thread, this hole too becomes a little bit bigger for the eye, but you can see my dog sheds. I apologize. So you can see the wings. And then when if you're using this with thread and you're using the Aleene's, or whichever fabric stiffener you want to use, all you have to do when you're gluing the other side or stiffening the other side, just kind of put these two wings together so there's no gaping hole. But you can embellish anything. You can make this any size. You can use thread. You can use whatever you'd like. And then if you're making jewelry, you could use the fabric stiffener because it is like a glue. And then if you have some fine glitter, you can put that on the top. You can change colors. You can make anything that you want, but because it is your creation, essentially. Now, this hummingbird itself is not my creation, but I wanted to show you how easily you can make a cute little hummingbird. Thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell. I will be uploading videos weekly. Thanks guys for watching. Bye-bye.